For 50 years, Estonia was ruled by the Soviet Union, its economy stifled by the central control of production and distribution. Although Estonians won their independence from Russia after the First World War, they lost it again to the Soviets during the Second. In those bleak times, the Estonia Piano Company manufactured instruments only for the Soviet republics. Like most young Estonian men, Urmas Uranorm was drafted into the Soviet army. Today, he's a master craftsman, but still remembers the hardships of his youth.
Nõukogude ajal oli ikka kõik asjad olid hoopis teistmoodi. Pidi, et kauplusest kas või apelsine saada, pidi tutvusi olema tagaukselt.
Janus Randveer is also a master piano craftsman. He has worked at the Estonia Piano Company for 45 years. He will never forget the Soviet era.
Selleaegsed ärksad inimesed, mul isa oli ka niisugune, viidi ära, lihtsalt viidi ära. Oli oma 2-13 aastat metsatöödel ja kaevandustes ja Siberis ma olin 8. klassi poiss, kui ma praktiliselt esimest korda nägin isa.
For a company here in Estonia, before the reforms, they were stuck in a planned economy. It was impossible for them to get the kind of goods, the supplies that they needed. With the abolishment of price controls, of protectionism, of communism, suddenly this entrepreneurial spirit springs up and creates magical wonders.
But even with Estonia's new independence and the eventual success of painful economic reforms, the Estonia Piano Company and its craftsmen remained trapped in the past. For 40 years, they had built pianos exclusively for the state. Standards were low, but it was a steady business. They were forced to buy most of their materials from within the Soviet Union, and they could only sell pianos within the Soviet Union. There was no competition, no incentive.
Ei olime ikka vahepeal ikka päris põhjas. Tegime vanu klavereid ja oli vaja hoida töölisi. Vene turg äkki kadus ära.
The instruments were sturdy, but hardly world-class. Production dropped from 500 pianos a year to a low of 49 in 1994.
Piano is bought once in a lifetime, and so they want to get the most beautiful piano sound, the most beautiful quality piano they can get. I thought that the best we can do is offer the most quality instrument we can make.
Centrally planned economies don't work because you can only get people to do the same old thing, to repeat what they've already done, the same old piano, for example. What you need is the new entrepreneurs, the innovators with strange new ideas who come in from the side, like this guy who comes with a brilliant idea for a new piano, introduces hundreds of changes, and then suddenly is going global, selling all over the world.
Today, the Estonia piano benefits from the finest quality imports and techniques from around the world. Wood for the soundboard comes from the cold climates of Switzerland and Austria. Slow-growing trees make narrow rings that help carry the sound. Keys are carved from spruce, making them light and sensitive. The keys are the driving force of the piano action, which is imported from Germany. All the bass strings are handmade at the factory. Copper wire adds width, which lowers the tone. Master craftsmen shape and soften the hammers until the sound is rich and concentrated. Every piano is broken in by this unique machine. The strings are stretched. It is then sent for tuning and voicing.
Now, in a new, free Estonia, having abolished all the tariffs and become a part of the global economy, it's possible for an Estonian piano company, for example, to buy the best goods, the best supplies, the best material from whichever source it happens to be, wherever in the world. Then they can also improve their goods and sell it to the rest of the world.